Greetings, salutations. Coming to you once again from the patrol vehicle, which seems to be where I do most of my videos lately. It is about 1:15 on, Tuesday morning, yes. My last night on patrol, which is good. I got the next two nights off. Yeah, Tuesday night, Wednesday night off. I'm actually going over to Orlando with the fiance for a couple of nights here. We're going to head out this morning. And we'll be there for 2 days and then come back Thursday, and then I'll be back to work Thursday. Kind of a little outing. And then by the time we get back, we'll be down to 4 weeks before she leaves. That's going to suck. That is going to suck. Anyway, but I'm looking forward to the trip tomorrow. That'll be good. We'll zip on over. Should have a good time. At least I hope so, anyway. And I had a question in my video, down in the comments, the last video. And I apologize, I don't remember your name, asking why the guys wanted me to be the supervisor. There's a couple of reasons, but to sum it up, I think it comes down to respect. They respect me. They know I've been here 3 years. I put my time in, kind of basically started at one night a week and worked my way up. I treat the guys all even. I don't, show favoritism to anybody. And I've got the experience. I mean, I've been doing security for over 22, 23 years now. And some of it is the fact that they don't want a new guy to come in, because you never know what happens with a new supervisor. So, it would be easier for them, and it's good for me in the sense that it looks good on my resume. The pay is kind of crappy, but I had an interesting conversation, and the gist of the conversation was this. The pay may not be good, but you have the respect of the people you're working with. You're getting more hours, so you are making more money, even though you're not getting paid what you're worth. And in the end, it does look good on a resume. If somebody was to, later on I get a job and they said, oh yeah, he's a supervisor, it looks good on your resume. And they're all very valid points. For me, I have to take out the emotional side of it and decide whether or not it's a good thing for me, for my career. And in the long run, it probably is, because it's always good to look like you moved up the ladder in a company. If you're in the same position for 7 years, they probably want to know how come you didn't move up or whatever. So, and the money is not great, but it is what it is. I mean, it is more money, and it is more hours. And after a year, you get a paid vacation, which I've never had. So there's a lot of stuff that goes with that. We did just hire a new kid. Seems like a nice guy. I got to get him trained starting this Friday. And my supervisor was kind of going back and forth text messages about that. And she wants to speak to me tomorrow. I'm thinking she's just going to say, I want you to have the job. I can't give you more money. Which, I mean, I understand. There's a budget involved, and there's only so much money to go around. It's not that I'm not willing to take the job, but I had some concerns, so I figured if this was the opportunity to lay it all on the table. So I told her, I didn't want to have people going behind my back. The chain of command is what makes things work. If there's a problem, they come to me. If I can't fix it, then I go to her. If they, and vice versa. And that I needed to know that she was going to have my back, support me in decisions. I mean, if I do something and then she says, oh no, and changes it, what's the point? I mean, then you're just basically a supervisor in title only. You don't really supervise the site. And I don't like the way she treats some of the guys sometimes. She's so quick to fire people. It's easier for her, in her head anyway, to fire somebody and get a new guy. Well, it doesn't work that way. First of all, the guy may not have done anything. You need to hear both sides of the story. Plus, it's hard to find decent people to do the job. You can hire a kid off the street, but, where I work, they changed to 24 hours on January 1st. They have been through 6 or 7 people that they can't keep people to work the shifts. And that's the problem. People, there's no incentive, if you're part-time especially, to stay at a job. So turnover can be very high. So you want to keep the guys that are good there, because that keeps you from having to cover different shifts and then train somebody new, and then that person leaves. Well, you've done all the training, now they're gone someplace else, and they're reaping all the benefits. So hopefully this kid's going to work out. The supervisor position, it's like it's I feel like a hamster in the wheel sometimes. Sometimes it looks like it's going to happen, other times it doesn't. So we'll have to see what she has to say tomorrow. I just don't know anymore. Like I said, I wouldn't mind having it. It'll look good on the resume. I think I could do a good job at it. I'd like to take care of the guys, but you know, it really comes down to what not. And she said in the text messages that I was the kind of supervisor she'd want to have on this job. Well, you know, that's all nice and everything, but I get the feeling sometimes she just says what she thinks is going to get what she wants. So I got to weigh the pros and cons. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. It would be nice to know that if you're the supervisor, I mean, you kind of more of a stable job, and it does bring in more money. And in the end, make the money where you can. Don't ever leave money on the table, because you never know if you're going to get an opportunity to get money again. So it's one of those gray areas in life where it's just there's not a clear shot for it, you know. And I'll have to see what the conversation's like tomorrow. But other than that, everything's going pretty good. Like I said, just getting down there in the end of the time with a fiance. But, you know, I've enjoyed having her here. I'm just sorry she has to leave. But, you know, I've been doing this now for 5 years. 6 years? 6 years maybe now. So we'll just roll with it, and hopefully I can get her back here pretty quick. Not much else going on. I've been pretty quiet. It's hot. It's now 1:22 in the morning, and it is still 79 degrees. Way too early in the year for this kind of heat. I don't know. Got me a little concerned about what the summer's going to be like. Anyway, that's about it. I hope I answered any questions. If you have any more questions, leave them down in the comment down below. I appreciate all the thumbs up and the likes and all the comments in the last video. You guys are awesome. At least this time it didn't take me 6 days to make a new video. We'll see how it all goes, and you know, it should be an interesting couple of weeks anyway. Alright, I hope you're all doing well. I hope you enjoyed your Memorial Day. If you had it off, lucky you. If you worked it like I did, hopefully you got time and a half like I did. Alright guys, I'll see you beautiful people in the next video.